Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day video. I can't make my hair look good, I'm sorry. So I've been wanting to start working out first thing in the morning moving forward, just because I usually end up waiting till the end of the day, and then by then it's dark and I don't want to drive, and then I end up not working out. I deal with depression and anxiety, and working out is like my outlet to keep my brain normal, so semi-normal. So I'm gonna start trying to knock it out first thing in the morning. For some reason, my body woke me up at 4 a.m. today. I could not fall back asleep for the life of me, so I just woke up and did some computer work. Then I dozed back off at like 7:45-ish and woke back up, and now it's 9. So I'm gonna get super duper hydrated. I'm gonna have a little something just to get some carbs in my system because I'm gonna do leg day. I don't want to do that fasted, and I'm also gonna have a little bit of coffee, some caffeine, to get me through the day. I'm gonna have mushroom coffee. I haven't had this in a while just because I've been mostly avoiding caffeine. This is the one with the lion's mane and chaga. If you do want to try out any of these mushroom coffees or elixirs by Four Sigmatic, I do have a link down below. Video's not sponsored, but some good stuff. They have like a mushroom mocha mix that I really want to try out. I know I said I probably wouldn't buy the Ripple coffee creamer again, but I wanted to try the vanilla one this time. This smells exactly like tapioca or rice pudding, like spot on. So good. We're using chocolate stevia drops today. It's been a long time since I've had this. That's tasty. It tastes like, have you ever made like the Ghirardelli boxed brownie mix and the edges of the brownies are like not burnt, but they're like slightly overdone compared to the rest of it? It tastes exactly like that. I always come through with these extremely specific, strange flavor comparisons. The worst feeling ever is to work out with a bunch of food like sloshing around your stomach. So I'm just gonna have something small. I've been trying to formulate my own like energy / protein bars because I really like Cliff bars, but you know, the ingredients list is quite long. They are very high in sugar. I know they're more intended for like long hikes or sustained physical activity where you need to be eating like a very condensed fuel source, not really intended to be eaten every single day. But I just wanted to make my own version that is more cost effective and also made of more whole food ingredients. So I'm still playing around with the recipe. I'll update you guys once I find something that is 100% to my liking. But the base of these is mostly medjool dates, some hemp seeds, raw almonds. There's some puffed rice cereal and rolled oats in here, some brown rice syrup. Then to this batch I added cacao powder and dried cherries and some coconut flakes. And for the protein I'm using, I grabbed a tub of this unsweetened pea protein from Trader Joe's. This is pretty inexpensive. I haven't used this in a shake, but in these bars at least, I can't really detect it at all. It's not gritty, it doesn't have a weird flavor. But I put a couple scoops of this in here just to boost the protein content. So I'm gonna have one of these with my coffee just to start my day off, give me some energy to power through my leg workout. Oh, I never showed you guys. Remember like a couple weeks back I did a vlog and I went to Michael's and got some frames? They were for these prints. 2 of my viewers actually run an Etsy shop and they sent these to me. This one says vote with your fork, and then this one says in veg we trust. So I thought that was super cute and thoughtful. I'll link their Etsy site down below. They also offered a discount code if any of you want to snag some prints. I'm gonna bring some of my BCAAs to sip on throughout my workout. Mike the Vegan just did a video about how you don't need BCAAs or protein powder. And I mean, I'm totally on board with that, but I just like these. They taste really good and they help me drink more water and stay hydrated. So I'm gonna keep drinking them. I don't know, it's weird. Sometimes I feel a need to offer disclaimers when I include certain foods in my diet, but I just wanna make it clear, like I am not a nutritional authority or anything. I'm just someone who likes cooking and eating. Rewind and watch my earlier videos. I was very, very strict with the foods that I ate, and I was very like sucked into vegan YouTube, which at the time promoted a much stricter form of veganism. I'm just over that now, and I more or less eat whatever I want, and I just, you guys see, I go through phases where I feel very inspired to eat healthy and sometimes I don't. I feel like my body and my taste just kind of regulate themselves. Like if I need to be eating healthier, I'll suddenly start craving, you know, salads like I have been. And also as far as classifying things as healthy versus unhealthy, My main criterion is really just, is it a whole plant food? But yeah, I just felt like I needed to clarify that. I'm just, you know, a normal human eating things that I like. I can't untaste the Ghirardelli brownie edges now. Whew, I feel so good. I'm so happy that I knocked out my workout first thing in the morning. I did legs. I tried to film a little bit, but I didn't want to put myself on blast for filming my butt in public, so the angles are not ideal. But what did I do? I did some squats. I've been keeping my weight very, very low on the squat. I just did 65 pounds and I did higher reps. I did like 10 to 12 reps. Then I moved over to the Smith machine, and I'm not sure if these are called split squats or lunges, but the point is I had 10 pounds on each side, so it's pretty light, especially given that it's a Smith machine, but they're so challenging. So I try to put all the weight on the heel that's in front and just use my back leg to sort of stabilize myself. And this is an exercise that if you have any muscular imbalances, it'll help correct those and it'll make them really apparent. So my left leg is much weaker than my right one, so hopefully my left leg catches up soon. Then I went over to the leg press, and this is an exercise I've really been enjoying lately. You just use one leg and you cross it over to the side where your other foot would usually be, and press that way. At the bottom of the movement, you really feel the stretch in your glutes. Then I moved over to leg extension. I usually just do super lightweight on those, 10 to 12 reps till my quads start to burn. Then I do lying hamstring curl. I prefer the lying curl over the seated one. With the hamstring curl, you are working your hamstring in a contracted state, whereas if you're doing something like a cable pull through, if you've seen those, or a stiff leg deadlift or Romanian deadlift, your hamstring is getting really stretched because you're hinging at your hips through those. So I'll just alternate the kind of hamstring movement that I'm doing. And then I finished off with the abductor, hip abductor machine. I always throw these in at the end of my leg workouts. I'll usually do a pretty high weight. I think I did 175 this time, and I'll lean forward, and I find that this helps kind of stretch out my glutes and just makes it burn more. So I'll do a couple sets of that, maybe like 10 to 12 reps at a very high weight, and then at the very end I'll drop it down to like 50% of that, then kind of just do it till burnout. And I used to do some sort of calf raise in my leg workout, but since I started running, don't do that anymore. So yeah, it was a really, really good workout. I'm excited to be working out in the mornings moving forward. I think it'll help me keep on my schedule a lot better. Later today I need to do my C25k run, because once again I was supposed to do it yesterday and then it got late and I pushed it off. So here's a random fact about me. Sometimes if I buy something that I shouldn't really be eating, like, something fried, like chips or candy, I will leave it in my glove compartment. So I'll usually forget about it, and then like randomly at some later point, I'll remember that I have candy in my glove compartment. Like right now, they have these like natural red vines, which are, I guess they're colored with radish extract and berry flavoring, and they're made with real cane sugar. And it's still candy, so it's not good for you, but fewer weird things than the original red vines. My dad and I used to love red vines, so these just remind me of being a little kid hanging out with my dad. I'm gonna head home now, but I just wanted to say I've been listening to this audiobook, The Deepest Acceptance, Radical Awakening in Ordinary Life. It's by Jeff Foster. I found him through YouTube. I think he was on like a related video to a Matt Kahn video, and he just offers like a spiritual perspective on depression. So I'm about like 1/4 of the way through this book, and I've been really liking it. It's very like calming. It's a very gentle, calming voice, and yeah, I recommend it if you're looking for a new book or audiobook to read/listen to. Dear God, I'm so hungry. I'm about to make the fattest sandwich in the history of fat sandwiches. This is Dave's Killer Bread Everything Bagel. Avocado, got some tomatoes, green leaf lettuce from yesterday's Sprouts grocery haul, got a bunch of like cold cuts and vegan cheese in here. This is the hickory smoked tofurky, and then some of the bologna. So I'm gonna eat this, and then I'm gonna do some work. I have a video to edit. Lots of editing to do. I need to start making hummus now that I've finally got like a nice food processor. Epic sandwich time. Sandwiches are just so good. The perfect food. The bologna is really good in this. Bologna used to be one of my favorite lunch meats. Okay, plans for the day. I'm gonna finish this. Gonna do some work. I also want to test a bread machine recipe, so maybe I'll show you that. Just got a new bread machine. I think it would be really cool if I could, like, what if I could make my own everything bagels? That would be awesome. And I also want to try to make my own sprouted grain bread, like Ezekiel bread. We should probably start making my own like veggie seitan cold cuts every week as well. But it's just so convenient. I'll get on it eventually. So work for a couple of hours, let this digest, go on my run. It's cloudy outside today. It's warm but cloudy, so I think it'll be nice to run in. I hate running in direct sunlight. I'll check in soon. I am taking a break from work to go on my run. I think I'm about to do day 1 of week 5 of the C25k program. So I think I'm running for 5 minutes 3 times. Last week it was alternating 3 minutes of running, 90 seconds walking, 5 minutes running, 3 minutes walking, etc. I found that pretty challenging, but I think that today's run will be good, especially because, I don't know, I just have so much energy because I started with the workout. Plus I had that big carby sandwich. I'm still running in like really old New Balances that I've had for years, so I told myself I'd wait a couple weeks to see if the running would actually stick this time, and I definitely think I want to keep running. I'm enjoying it. So we'll get shoes soon. So I'm gonna go for my run and then I'm gonna come back and start prepping dinner and make a loaf of bread. Hopefully that turns out well. I might try listening to my audiobook instead of music today on my run, see how that goes. My outfit matches with my shoes. That's cool. You guys, I did it. I'm back. It wasn't that bad. My calves are very, very sore though. You can't see me, but I'm about to eat everything right now. I'm so hungry and thirsty. I never really drink smoothies, but I think that I really want one right now. So I'm gonna put in a scoop of my Amazing Grass green superfood powder and a frozen banana and a little bit of the almond coconut milk. I think that's good. I don't think I'm gonna add any protein powder because I already had the protein bar this morning. Oh, I honestly just hate cleaning my appliances, which is probably why I never really drink smoothies. Frozen banana. Some frozen mixed berries. Add some of those, because why not? And our greens powder. I did end up listening to my audiobook instead of music today, and it worked really well, actually. And I think it's because when you're actively listening to words, you're spending less time like counting down the seconds until the running interval is over, you know what I mean? I'm adding hemp seeds to my smoothie, maybe like a tablespoon. So refreshing. I'm gonna go drink this smoothie in the shower. Random fact about me, I really like having beverages while I'm showering for some reason. I just remembered that yesterday I went to Sprouts and blackberries were on sale. I think they were like 77 cents per, these are called punnets, I think. What a strange word, but they're so ripe and delicious. I got 2 of these. I ate the other one in like 3 minutes flat. They're so amazing. Okay, shower time. Hey, we are out of the shower. So fresh and so clean. I'm gonna try and use this new bread machine to make some multigrain bread for the week because I just finished my last everything bagel. Never owned a bread machine before. My mom had one when I was growing up, but I don't remember ever having used it. So this one, it's by SKG. I'll link it down below. This booklet comes with a bunch of different recipes. You know, they've got like French bread, whole wheat, rye, potato, oatmeal, etc. They have a setting for gluten-free bread as well. Ooh, they have a yogurt setting. I might make some homemade yogurt in this because I'm definitely gonna get an Instant Pot at some point. I know those have a yogurt setting so you can incubate it at 110 degrees, but it's cool that this also has one in the meantime. I am not going to follow any of the recipes in here because I specifically want multigrain bread, but I think it should be pretty straightforward. You just dump everything inside this pan. It has a little paddle in there to knead the dough. It lets the dough rise in the machine and then it bakes it. The machine had good reviews, so I think this will be good. We can save a couple bucks every week because I do I eat bread most days. I'll have the recipe that I'm using linked down below. You're supposed to put the liquids in first. This particular one does come with its own measuring utensils, which is pretty cool. Then you put in the dry ingredients. So I have bread flour and whole wheat flour. Got some brown sugar, salts. Then for the multigrain bit, I just have this 10-grain hot cereal from Bob's Red Mill. Got this at Sprouts. It's just a mixture of wheat, rye, millet, oats, brown rice, barley, corn, soybeans, oat bran, flax seeds. So you could use whatever blend of grains you like, I guess, but this makes it easy. And then the last thing is some bread machine yeast. I'm just going to use the whole wheat preset. I think that should be fine. Fingers crossed. Then you can choose whether you're making the 1 pound, 1.5 pound, or 2 pound loaf. And then lastly, you can choose the color you want your crust to be. So light, medium, or dark. I'm gonna go ahead and do, I don't know, medium, what the heck. If you had your own recipe and you didn't want to use one of the presets, it also does have separate like mix, dough, knead, and bake functions, so you can break it down however you want. So if you wanted to make like pizza dough or like cinnamon rolls or challah bread, something that you need to take out and shape or roll up or use in some other way, you can just mix the dough, knead it, and let it rise in the machine, then take it out. You don't have to bake it in there. Well, that's pretty cool. I think at this point I can just walk away and it will do the right thing, but I feel very impatient. I'm really excited to see how this turns out, but I'm gonna tidy up. In the meantime, I'm gonna make like a really quick sort of lunch. I'm still, you know, I'm pretty full from the smoothie, but I wanna get some more greens in, so I'm gonna make a little bit of salad. I'm gonna keep lunch really light because I am planning for a very decadent dinner. I finally got some soy curls. Everyone kept recommending that I buy these, so I haven't been able to find them in a store near me. I had to order them on Amazon. So I'll link them down below, and you guys gave me so many different recommendations of ways to use these. A lot of people recommended buffalo soy curls. I think tonight I'm gonna make Mongolian beef. A couple months back on my channel I did a Mongolian beef like seitan recipe. So I think I'm gonna use the sauce from that recipe, and then I'm gonna, instead of using the seitan, I'm gonna hydrate these in the Better Than Bouillon no beef broth. Coat them in cornstarch, crisp them off in the wok with a little bit of oil, and serve that with rice. So it's not gonna be healthy, but I mean, I can eat what I want. So this salad, I've been making some variation on this for the past 6-ish, 7-ish years. I had a friend in college who made this for me, and it was really good, and I make it all the time now. I happen to have purple kale at the moment. I take the thick stem out of the center. It's just hard to chew and hard to digest. More than you think you need, because we're gonna massage it and it's gonna shrink a lot. Chopping it up really super duper fine. So the dressing for the salad is thebomb.com. It's just equal parts lemon juice, olive oil, and Bragg's liquid aminos. The lemon on first along with a little bit of the olive oil, and then I massage it. Oh, there it goes. It started kneading. So I'm sorry if the sound of that annoys you. Now I add in our Bragg's. If you have soy sauce, you can use that instead. Whatever kinds of seeds and nuts you have, throw them in there. Raw sunflower seeds, more hemp hearts. Just got some raw pumpkin seeds yesterday. I just looked everywhere for my roasted sesame seeds and I cannot find them, but I know I have a massive jar of them somewhere. So that's sad. I'm adding some avocado. I really like adding sprouts to this too when I have them. It's a very, very tasty combo. I need to start sprouting my own stuff. And obviously this is just like a very bare bones recipe. The point is, the kale goes really well with that dressing combination. You can put literally anything you want in here. I like celery, roasted red peppers, cucumbers are good in this too. I think I'm gonna add some pickled veggies. I keep making more of the pickled carrot and daikon since I showed it in my What I Eat in a Day video when I was doing the Juice by Julie cleanse. So I'm gonna go work for a couple more hours. Finish this. I'll check back in when the bread is done, and then later for dinner we'll make some Mongolian soy curls. My second batch of kombucha is ready, so I'm gonna have half of this one. This one's the grape flavor. I'm really happy with how the kombucha is turning out. Okay, a couple hours later, bread machine's still going. I didn't read this beforehand, but it turns out the whole wheat cycle actually takes around 4 hours. So I might just taste test the bread tomorrow. We're gonna make dinner right now. I ended up replacing the induction burner with the gas burner that, if any of you watch Peaceful Cuisine or Hot Thai Kitchen, They both use this burner. It's safe for use indoors. I just crack the window when I use it. I just got a new wok. My mom sent me this. I'm very excited. So I'm gonna build on the Mongolian beef recipe. Have about half a bag of soy curls. I hydrated it in the not beef bouillon, and then you guys advised me to squeeze out as much excess water as possible so the texture is nice and firm. And then I just tossed it in cornstarch, the onions, green onions, and I'm also gonna be adding in some carrots. Got ginger and lots of garlic, and then I mixed my sauce already. Again, I'll have the recipe for the sauce linked down below. I added a lot of chili paste to this one, and then this isn't in the original recipe, but I am going to add in a lot of roasted sesame seeds. I found them. They were right in front of my eyes in the spice cabinet. Crank this up. I'm going to add in about a tablespoon of oil, and then we're going to throw in our soy curls and crisp these off. I'm actually going to add a little bit of toasted sesame oil as well. Okay, now once our soy curls have started to take on a little bit of color, I'm going to add in my white onions and my carrots, as well as my garlic and ginger. What I love about cooking with a wok is that you can really like crank the heat up and everything just cooks so quickly, and it has really nice texture. It's like got that crispness. I've been snacking also on this coconut jerky. My upstairs neighbor bought it and didn't like it, so she gave it to me. I really like it. It's not like a meaty sort of jerky. It's definitely coconut, but I think the texture is really nice and the flavor is really good. The onions are getting softer. They're a little bit like charred, and I'm going to turn the heat down, and I'm going to add in my sauce. And this has cornstarch in it, so it's going to thicken pretty fast. Now that it's thickened, I'm going to toss in my green onions. Don't want to overcook these. I want them to stay green, so I just really add them during the last 30 seconds or so, and it's ready to serve. Oh yeah. For that, I was going to add these. I feel like this would be really good if it had some orange zest in it too. Apologies for the poor lighting. I turned off my soft boxes, but I'm going to chow down on this. It's really good. I did add more hot sauce. My butt is already so sore from my workout this morning. Jesus. Probably not going to eat anything else tonight. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll have ice cream, but I'll check back in if I do. So later that night for dessert, I had 2 of the Justin's dark chocolate peanut butter cups, and I ate these while I was watching the Worth It episode with $10 vegan versus $135 vegan, which if you haven't seen it, I'll link it down below. It was really entertaining. And I wanted to follow up and let you know that the bread turned out really well. I'm very excited to try out different recipes. I want to make some oatmeal bread, and again, like I said, sprouted grain, like Ezekiel style bread. I'm having it here with my homemade butter. Yes, I know the video is very overdue. It will be coming soon, but thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you in my next one.